If, like me, you don't always plan out your self-tanning schedule and suddenly you have to wear a skirt and your legs are winter white, or you have spider veins, or your arms just are not in their best shape, I'm going to show you how in minutes without using self-tanner you can get a beautiful bronzed look. Here we go. Hello my beauty buddies. It is festival season. Spring is here. In California we're suddenly experiencing 80-degree plus heat. I'm still winter white. I have spider veins on my legs, some imperfections on my arms. I'm 51 now, you know, these things kind of start to happen. And I'm suddenly trying to wear short-sleeved shirts, tank tops, shorts, skirts, and I'm just not really liking how I'm looking right now. I don't know about you, but when I self-tan, I have to do it 2 nights or days in a row, and I kind of have to time it for an event. So if I don't back off a couple days of something that I know I'm going to, I'm looking like this, which, while not awful, I know it can look better. So I've got some solutions that will, in minutes, without using self-tanner, make you look more tan, more glowy and bronzy, and honestly, it'll make you look thinner. I'll show you. I will do one arm with it and one arm without it, and you will see such a difference. As they say, if you can't tone it, tan it. But we don't want to really be in the sun because that would be bad for our skin. A couple things that I have, these don't really add much coverage, but they will add a nice glow to your skin and just maybe a tiny bit of color. This one is by Ofra. It's their Body Illuminizer. These mainly add a bit of shimmer, a very, very faint touch of any color. There's really no coverage at all. So, you know, these type of thing, while they will make the skin look better, I'll rub this one in on this half, and I'll rub this one in on this half, and then I will show you my other hand. You know, you can see that this hand looks healthier, nicer, has some shine to it, and it feels nice, and it'll just look like that all day or night. It's great to use kind of as highlight and over some of these other products that I'm about to show you. Now, if you want some coverage, not totally full coverage, that's still on its way here, I would recommend these. This is Melanie Mills Hollywood. This is the Gleam Body Radiance, and this does come in 3 or 4 colors, and this here is Body Bling by Scott Barnes, and this comes in 2 colors. This is the original. So I'm going to show you a couple of the Melanie Mills Hollywood colors. This one is rose gold, and it's a gold color like this, very light gold. You can see that adds some coverage, a bit of glow, very nice, and this stays on pretty well. It can rub off a bit on clothing if you don't let it sit for a while. So once you have this on, I would put it on when you're in the nude, or don't put your shirt on that's white yet. Let it really sit, and then you should be okay. The Scott Barnes original Body Bling, this one has more coverage. This is the guy who does JLo's makeup. He actually just did a video with Tati recently. So when you put this on, you see this will make you have even more color than the rose gold of the Melanie Mills Hollywood. But you can already see, look at the difference between my 2 arms. I'm looking in a mirror here, and you can see my skin looks smoother. It does have a bit more color. Really nice look. I think my arms look nicer. Now, if I go ahead and go to the deep gold, she also has a deep bronze. This, I just have to use very little because this will go quite a ways. This will make me look really bronzed. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll use rose gold on my arms and then the deep gold or the deep bronze on my legs. But I did actually wear the deep gold all over to graduation recently, and I wore it basically from the neck down my arms and then onto my legs because I was in a sundress. So you can kind of see the difference there, how much more tan this looks. And really, these are fantastic. I use them all the time. But if you really, really want good coverage, I would suggest picking up Airbrush Legs by Sally Hansen. I like these ones in the tube. The funny thing is they have an aerosol one, but it tells you to spray it into your hand and rub it on, so I don't quite get the point of that. But look at the difference that this will make. I have, this is the light, medium, and the tan. So I'll just go ahead and show you a few swatches on my arms, and then I'm gonna wipe off everything I have on, and we will go ahead and do on my arms. But so this is the light, and I'm just gonna put it on top of this so that you can see. But look how much coverage this will give, and a little goes a long way. Honestly, a bottle like this will last me all summer, you know, if I'm using it just for when I need it to go to things. I don't use it every day, but look at that. Now look how much more coverage this has than just the Melanie Mills does. Now let's go ahead and go to the medium. And just be sparing with this stuff is what I would recommend. And I'll show you another thing that I do to make it look more natural. So you can see this is darker and it's covering up, look at that. Look at the difference between the arms. Such a huge difference. And then if I go to the tan, where are you, tan? Right in front of me. This one here, you won't believe what a difference this will make on my arm. So all my little age spots and veins and all that, I guess we get more veins coming close to the surface, so our skin just doesn't look as nice as it did when we were younger. And if you're young watching this, this is what you have to look forward to. Or maybe you're just pale and want a tan. So look at the difference between my arms. I mean, I didn't even do a good job rubbing this in, but you know, oops, like here, gotta buff that in. There you go. And if you want, moisturize your elbows first to get less on them. But I mean, okay, look, just look how much better this arm looks than this. I didn't even do the whole arm yet. It's just crazy. I'm looking down at a mirror, by the way, in case you see me glancing down. So incredible. Oh shoot, I just got on my shirt. Okay, well, you know, I kind of figured something like this was gonna happen, but it all washes out if you do get on your clothes. I guess I should have put tissues here first, huh? That would have been a really smart idea, but oh well. The other thing you could do is layer the Melanie Mills on top of the Airbrush Legs, and it looks fantastic. So I'll show you what that looks like over here. Just adds a bit more glow. And Melanie Mills, actually met her at the makeup show, and she's the one who suggested it because I said, oh, I use the Airbrush Legs. I get such good coverage. She goes, oh, layer this on top. You won't believe the look. So talk about getting a perfect look, right? And you could layer the Scott Barnes on top of it too. I mean, kind of whatever you want. Now, the thing I was going to tell you about was when you get to your hands. Okay, this is where it can get tricky with the application. But what I have found is if you get a paddle brush, this is an artiste brush, does not need to be an artiste brush. Go to Moda and get a Moda paddle brush. They are great, and especially for these purposes. And what I find is I will like blend out on my arm and onto my hand and fingers, oops, and then that will make the whole thing look more natural. Also, as I get onto my neck, you know, I will go ahead and blend things out like that. Then if you want to be extra fun, go ahead and get a brush with some liquid. Well, you can use powder too. I like using the a liquid highlight though, and then you can hit your collarbones, you know, and get extra glow going. And that can make you look a lot thinner too when you have your collarbones kind of popping out. So that's another thing I would suggest you do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wipe this off, and maybe what I'll do is I will go ahead and do this side of me so that I cover up the scar I have on my arm. I have a little burn scar from bumping my oven. The door's open this way, and it was just really dumb. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. And I think I'm gonna change my shirt too. All right, here I am. Half of me is all bronzed up and half of me is not. Do you see the difference? And look, it covered up that scar that I had. So your skin just looks kind of perfect. And what I used is, just so you can see what the darkest one looks like, I used the darkest one of the Airbrush Legs, and then I used the Scott Barnes Body Bling Original on top. And then I did indeed go ahead and buff it out. This is, by the way, the Moda brush. You get like 3 of these in different sizes for like $20 at Walmart or something, and they do have flat ones too. So I did go ahead and I buffed this out. I used a little bit of hand lotion on my elbow and then also on my hands to kind of fade it out a little tiny bit. The Airbrush Legs stays on all day. If you just use this, do not worry, it will not come off of your clothes or anything. I mean, obviously where the shirt rubs all day, yeah, you don't want to take your shirt off, there'll be some underneath. Now the other trick I wanted to show you, we're talking about adding highlighter on. So I did bring a powdered highlight, and then I also brought a liquid. This is by Temp2, this is actually an airbrush one, but you can use it just as it is. So I'm just gonna apply some to the brush. So I just buff that in there onto the collarbone, and you could even do it if you don't have any tanner on. I mean, it still looks nice. Now for the shoulder, I'm gonna go ahead and just dip into this Prosecco Pop by Becca, and we will go ahead and, left-handed, I'm gonna just add some of that onto my shoulders. So just kind of anywhere you wanna add, let me see, a bit of highlight and shine. It's already built into the other stuff, but if you wanna be just a little bit extra. I also added some Marc Jacobs bronzer to this side of my face just to bronze up a little bit more so that I matched a bit more on this side. So I know this looks crazy. So I'm just gonna add some of this Lucy B Shimmer Oil on top just for fun to see what it does. Smells good. I don't think it's adding that much shine or shimmer to it, but just thought while we're here, might as well try it out because I haven't done that before, and in case I like it. And I'm actually really liking this look. I want to go make myself match when this is done. Oh, by the way, I did not dye my hair blue. This is a 23-inch clip-in ponytail extension. So this company called Hairdo sent it to me complimentary. Thank you very much, Hairdo. And basically you just take this ponytail and you make your own ponytail, obviously, and then you wrap it around, but there's a little comb that sticks in first, so it's very secure. I feel like I could kind of do anything. And then it kind of has Velcro, and then this hair that wraps around so it looks natural. And honestly, I thought it matched. Let me find my hair in here, hold on. So this is my real hair right here, and this is the fake hair. I thought this was kind of just a fun thing to have because I don't think I would ever actually dye my hair a color like this because it's just too much maintenance, you know. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this on one of my legs so you can see what it looks like on my legs. So here's my leg before. Ignore my toenails, I need to have them done. This isn't the best angle, I guess, but this is the deep airbrush legs with the Scott Barnes body bling on top. Can you believe that difference? I mean, that took me like all of 3 minutes. I think I use it on my legs almost more than anything because for some reason as I'm older my legs don't seem to hold tan as much, whether it's self-tanner or if I have been in the sun because I've been on vacation or something. My upper body just kind of naturally will get more of a bronzy look. My legs don't. It's the strangest thing, but oh well, I guess that's aging, right? I hope you found this video to be helpful. I know I just get insecure sometimes about how I look with veins and imperfections and, you know, being super pale. And, you know, this is the festival, spring, summer season, but I know in winter sometimes we go to fancy events where we have to wear sleeveless types of dresses or cocktail dresses, and you know, pantyhose just isn't that in anymore right now. So this is kind of a liquid pantyhose for the body. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could put a comment down below, it would really help me out. YouTube ranks you higher when you get that, so even if you're just saying hello, I would appreciate it. And if you have any tips or tricks on how to look better in summer when we're having to wear less clothing because it's getting so hot, I would love to hear about that too. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day or evening wherever you are, and don't forget to wear your sunscreen.